Picture this. You're staring into the night sky, a vast canvas of stars, and somewhere out there, at the very edge of our solar system, a mystery has been hiding for billions of years. A massive, unseen world, Planet 9, lurking in the darkness, whispering its existence through subtle clues only the most advanced technology could uncover. For years, scientists have chased this ghost, a planet that could rewrite everything we know about our cosmic backyard. And now, thanks to the James Webb Space Telescope and a quantum AI system that's practically rewriting the rules of discovery, we might finally have proof. This isn't just another space story. It's a cosmic detective tale that could change how we see the universe. So, buckle up, because we're diving into the most mind-blowing breakthrough in modern astronomy, and I promise, you won't look at the stars the same way again. Let's start with the James Webb Space Telescope, or JWST, the most powerful eye we've ever sent into space. Launched in December 2021, this marvel of engineering is designed to peer into the deepest corners of the universe, capturing infrared light from objects so faint and far away that they're practically invisible. It's like giving humanity a pair of cosmic night vision goggles. Originally, JWST was tasked with studying the early universe, distant galaxies, and exoplanets light years away. But it turns out, it's also a game-changer right here in our own solar system. Deep in its treasure trove of data, terabytes of images and scans from the outer reaches, something extraordinary was hiding. Faint specks of light, subtle gravitational tugs, and patterns that no human eye could ever catch. These weren't just random blips. They were breadcrumbs, leading us to something big. Now, sifting through this mountain of data isn't something you can do with a laptop and a coffee. We're talking about countless images of the Kuiper Belt, that icy, distant region beyond Neptune where comets and dwarf planets like Pluto hang out. Hidden in those images were anomalies, tiny distortions in the orbits of far-off objects, faint glimmers of infrared light with no obvious source. For years, astronomers had speculated about a massive planet out there, something big enough to nudge these distant objects into strange, clustered orbits. They called it Planet 9, a hypothetical world proposed in 2016 by Caltech astronomers to explain why certain Kuiper Belt objects move the way they do. But finding it, that was like looking for a needle in a cosmic haystack. The distances are vast, the light is dim, and traditional telescopes just couldn't cut it. Enter quantum AI, the secret weapon that's turning this wild theory into reality. This isn't your average computer algorithm. Quantum AI operates on a whole different level, using the mind-bending principles of quantum mechanics, things like probability fields and entanglement, to process data in ways that make classical computers look like abacuses. For 72 straight hours, this system chewed through JWST's raw data, analyzing patterns across terabytes of information. It wasn't just looking at pixels, it was calculating the likelihood of light distributions, cross-referencing gravitational effects, and building a dynamic model of the outer solar system. And then, it found something. A signal. A slow-moving, shadowy object with a gravitational pull strong enough to mess with the orbits of nearby bodies. Alongside that, the AI picked up a faint but consistent infrared reflection from a patch of space where nothing should be. When the scientists saw the output, the system's log was chillingly simple. Anomaly confirmed. Candidate object detected. This wasn't noise. This was a pattern that matched what Planet 9 was supposed to look like. So, what are we dealing with here? The data suggests an object with a mass between 5 and 10 times that of Earth, orbiting the Sun in a wildly elliptical path that takes tens of thousands of years to complete. That's why it's been so hard to spot. It's so far out, it barely catches any sunlight. But the quantum AI didn't just give us a vague hint. It nailed the object's location to within a 0.3-degree margin, with a confidence score of 97.2%. That's not just a guess, it's a cosmic bullseye. For the first time, we know exactly where to point our telescopes. And the implications? They're nothing short of revolutionary. If this is Planet 9, it could force us to rewrite the textbooks on how our solar system formed. But the story gets even wilder, because scientists aren't sure exactly what this thing is. There are two main theories, and both are jaw-dropping. Theory A says this is a conventional planet, a gas giant or ice giant, something like a bigger version of Neptune, lurking in the deep freeze of the outer solar system. Its massive gravity would explain the weird orbits of those Kuiper Belt objects, shepherding them like a cosmic sheepdog. This fits the original Planet 9 hypothesis, which predicted a world massive enough to shape the paths of distant objects, but too far and dim to be seen easily. If this is true, we're talking about a new planetary sibling, one that's been hiding in plain sight for billions of years. But then there's Theory B, and this one's a real mind-bender. What if this isn't a planet at all? What if it's a primordial black hole, a tiny, super-dense remnant from the Big Bang itself? These objects, if they exist, could have the mass of a planet but be smaller than a grapefruit, bending space and light in ways that don't look like a typical planet. The strange infrared signature the AI picked up could be a clue, something that doesn't emit light like a planet would, but still exerts a massive gravitational pull. If this is a black hole, we're not just rewriting planetary science. We're diving into the wildest corners of cosmology. Now, here's where things get even stranger. The quantum AI didn't just find a static object, it noticed something odd about its behavior. The object's motion isn't perfectly smooth. It wobbles, like it's being tugged by something else. Maybe it has a moon orbiting it, or even a ring system, adding complexity to its gravitational dance. Or maybe it's interacting with other unseen bodies out there in the dark. But the real kicker? The AI detected a rhythmic pulsing in the object's heat signature, a faint, regular flicker in the infrared data. Most scientists think this is probably a natural process, like the object rotating or reflecting sunlight in a weird way. But others, well, they're daring to ask the big question. Could this be artificial? Could we be picking up a signal from something engineered, a relic of some ancient technology, or even a sign of extraterrestrial intelligence? I know, it sounds like science fiction, but when you're dealing with a discovery this bizarre, you have to consider every possibility. Let's take a step back and think about what this means. For centuries, we've mapped our solar system, naming planets, tracking their orbits, thinking we had it all figured out. But this discovery suggests our cosmic neighborhood is far more complex than we ever imagined. If it's a planet, it challenges everything we know about how solar systems form. Planets this big, this far out, aren't supposed to be so common. And if it's a primordial black hole, that's a whole new ballgame. It could mean the early universe was littered with these tiny, massive objects, some of which got snared by our sun's gravity. There's even a wilder idea floating around. What if Planet 9 isn't from our solar system at all? Some theorists suggest it could be a rogue planet, a wanderer from another star system that got captured by our sun long ago. Or maybe it's the remnant of a dead dwarf star, a dense core that drifted too close and got stuck in our solar system's outer reaches. Every one of these ideas pushes the boundaries of what we think is possible. The quantum AI's role in this can't be overstated. This isn't just about fancy tech, it's about a new way of seeing the universe. By combining JWST's incredible infrared sensitivity with the AI's ability to predict and model faint signals, we're unlocking secrets that were invisible just a few years ago. The AI didn't just find an object, it built a dynamic, statistical reconstruction of it, factoring in gravitational tugs, light patterns, and even tiny variations in the infrared background. It's like having a cosmic detective that can see through the noise and piece together clues no human could ever spot. And it's not done yet. In its final simulation, the AI predicted the object's current position with such precision that astronomers are already planning follow-up observations. One astrophysicist, speaking off the record, said, "If this is what we think it is, our models of the outer solar system need a complete overhaul." NASA's been quiet so far, and that silence speaks volumes. This isn't a small update, it's a seismic shift. So, what does this mean for us, sitting here on Earth, staring up at the stars? This discovery is more than a dot on a star map. It's a reminder that the universe is still full of surprises, waiting for us to uncover them. Whether Planet 9 is a gas giant, a black hole, or something we can't even imagine, it's proof that we're living in a golden age of exploration. The marriage of JWST's cutting-edge tech and quantum AI's brainpower is opening doors we didn't even know existed. It's not just about finding a new planet. It's about redefining our place in the cosmos. Imagine the possibilities: new models of solar system formation, clues about the early universe, or even just maybe, a hint of something out there that's more than rock and gas. Every wobble, every pulse, every anomaly is a breadcrumb leading us to a deeper truth. As we stand on the brink of this discovery, it's hard not to feel a sense of awe. The universe is talking to us, sending signals through the void, and for the first time, we have the tools to listen. This isn't the end of the story, it's the beginning. The next few years could bring images of Planet 9, detailed maps of its orbit, maybe even answers about what it really is. And who knows, maybe one day, we'll detect something out there that changes not just our science, but our entire worldview. For now, we're left with a tantalizing glimpse, a massive, mysterious object at the edge of our solar system, calling us to explore. So, the next time you look up at the night sky, think about this. There's a new world out there, waiting to be known, and we're closer than ever to meeting it.